Hi everyone. I thought I would take a chance to sneak outside and do a quick winter walk video in my yard. We do have little spring thaw going on right now, and I want to check on a few things and see how my bunny protection's doing, and then get a look at my projects that I'm going to have to get done. So let's do a quick tour. So this area here is where my Dutch garden is. I call it the Dutch garden if you're new to the channel, because this is where I have all my beautiful spring bulbs. And then I put some perennials in here that come up later on in the summer. I put other things in here so after the bulbs are done, it looks more like a cottage garden. And I'd leave the stalks and stuff up because I kind of like the winter interest. You can see where everything was in here. I can't see the path so much anymore, but there's a path that goes down in there. And so one of the chores, of course, will be to clean the dead stuff up. I decide what else I want to maybe make some changes. Maybe I think I might put some shrubs in here. So I've had this garden here for a few years. This area of my house is where I'm going to call it my east garden, which is just a little narrow strip on the east side of the house. And I put this in about 2 years ago. And it's growing pretty good. I've got some different hydrangeas in there, and I have a butterfly bush, which I don't know if it'll come back. I'm really on the edge of that zone. And then I've got some clematis vines that are going to grow up there. So I have to probably do a little bit of work. Again, I'm looking for bunny things. This area here is what I refer to as my courtyard garden. I have some grapevines growing on the edge of the fence here. These are privets growing here, and this is going to be their 4th year, and they're going to make it up to the height of the grapevine fence, which should be about 7 feet, which is really kind of nice to see how long it took to do that. And these are emerald green arborvitaes, which bring nice structure into the garden. I'll kind of walk along here. Then this is our outdoor patio area here, which my husband built a wood-fired pizza oven, which is just wonderful, which we could hardly wait to get out and start using that again. And I'm looking for bunny tracks. You can see there's some here. I'm not seeing a lot of damage on these shrubs, so they don't seem to be eating these shrubs. And these shrubs are Chinese. They're not Chinese. These shrubs are Cheyenne privet, and the bunnies don't seem to be attacking them. So I would say they're pretty good for deer and bunny proof. The only time I've seen the deer nip them is only on the new growth in the spring. I'm going to walk through here and look at my vegetable garden, which needs a dramatic amount of work. So on the outside of the garden is my rose garden, and it's just really in disrepair. I just really need to come through and bring everything down. I left my annuals. I always have cosmos on the outside, and these reseeded themselves, which are nice. And then I had this beautiful clematis vine that grows, and that one could use a good trim back. To get into the garden itself, just to peer through the fence. I don't want to open the door. I try to peer through. I want to see how many bunny tracks I've got inside. And you can see on the beds there are bunnies getting in, even though I've got double fencing. Look at that. So I got double fencing. So this is a great time to check. You can see right there is one of the places they're getting in. Hopefully that's coming up on camera. So that area needs to be fixed. This is a great time of year if you have snow to go see where you've got bunnies or critters getting through your fence. Just going around the outside of my fence here to see what else I see. Other little tracks. Little tracks. It's probably squirrels, I think. Like grown squirrels, or maybe it's birds. Yeah, they're in pairs. So maybe there's just birds hopping on the ground. Don't know for sure. Pretty small, whatever it is, or maybe it's little bunnies. I'm trying to see if I see any more bunnies. So I've got different compost piles laying around that I'm sure they are loving to get after. This is the time of year I try to get the bunnies trapped so I can relocate them off the property. It helps to reduce the bunny pressure or the rabbit pressure that I have. Oh, here's another point of entry right here on the fence. Look at that. We definitely want to make sure I come and take care of this. I had mulch piled up against the fence and it actually worked really well. But what happened is the mulch kind of died back. So I'm really glad I got out while the snow was still on the ground to take a look at where they're infiltrating my barrier. Again, two types of wire on here. Just looking along the fence to see if I see anything else. And I don't see any other points of entry. But yeah, I want to get that taken care of, lickety split. Even if I have to put another row of the fine mesh. You can see how fine that mesh is. It's probably 1/4 inch. If I can get that all cleaned up, that would be great. Again, I don't see the bunnies chewing my roses to the ground, but I've had that happen in years where we have really deep snow. I've had the bunnies chew them completely to the ground. You can see in different areas around the yard, there seems to be areas like this where there's kind of tunnels going under trees. So I'm looking for a place to put the traps, although I think where I really want to put the trap is up by the house. As I know I see them there sitting under my heat exhaust. Drives the cats crazy. Let's take a look out here. One of my chores I'm going to do this year is I'm going to be cleaning the understory up of all of these spruce trees, and I'm probably going to try to plant some hostas over here because I needed a shady spot for my hostas. I didn't really have much of a shady spot left, but these need to be pruned up. And here was an area I had quite a bit of bunny tracks, so I did put a live trap out here, but it's just too out in the open. So I'm going to have to pick that up and I'm going to move it. I'm going to rebait it with maybe an apple. And then I'll put a piece of cardboard or plywood over it with some branches to try to hide it. Again, my goal is not to kill the bunnies, it's just to relocate them. This little area is new to me as of last year. And it's what I'm referring to as my birdcage garden. And I decided to use it as a winter storage for trees and shrubs that I didn't want the bunnies chewing down. So I got a bunch of things in here. And once again, I put 2 rows of mesh, and I wanted to see if I had bunnies getting in here. And I am not seeing bunny tracks on the inside, which makes me really, really happy. Thank goodness, because they can really trash your plants. And then I had some more expensive trees and shrubs here. This is a weeping cherry tree, which I've been wanting for years, and I finally broke down and got it. And then I put this fencing around it in the fall. Number one, to keep the deer away from it so they don't rub when they are in rut. And then this is a magnolia, beautiful, I think it was pink magnolia called Anne. And I wanted to protect the buds, because after it gets done flowering, you can see the buds, they're coming in there right there. I want to make dang sure I cut the bunnies away because I know they'll chew this to the ground. So, yeah. Oh, so I can see I got that going on. And I've got bunnies that are, let's walk over to the greenhouse area here and see what we got. I can see from the house where the bunnies have been running. Again, I put some apple trees in here that I did not want the bunnies to get into. And I put 2 layers of mesh on this. It looks like I did good. Maybe there were some bunny. Oh, I'm wrong. Look at the bunnies. They chewed some of this in there. Can you see that? Ding dang it. They must have got in there around the corner. I don't know where they got in. Not seen, but probably not sealed off good enough down at that end. Sometimes they can chew holes right through the fence, but yeah, those are my apple trees. You can see where they started chewing on them again. I've had a lot of problems with rabbits and chewing my apple trees, so that's painful. This is my other bunny trap. You can see I put it there and they're going around it. So I'll have to redo that one a little bit different. And these are all of my nursery stock items that are just sleeping for right now. Let's go up by my porch here. I think I've seen some more bunny damage up here. It's always something. Yeah, they came in. Here are my, hopefully that chew through that Christmas line. So here's my rose bushes. You can see they have chewed them down to the ground, which is really not a problem. They will come back, no problem. It will not kill them. Oh, there's those, and then there's these here that they're chewing like crazy too. So, oh well. Not overly worried. I'm sure they sleep under this deck. So I just need to get more bunny traps over here, and then hopefully I can catch them. Oh. So if this little tour is helpful, give us a thumbs up so YouTube knows to share this content with others. If you like tour videos, check this playlist next. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great day.